Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are having your breakfast right now with a cup of hot coffee beside you. So I think before even I start, I really hope you guys will be able to take a pen and a notepad, or a book to write, have your writing materials, because later on, we're gonna have a very interactive kind of training. Okay, we're gonna have a very interactive training. So go on and grab a pen and paper, because I believe you guys don't want to miss anything. Yep, right now, Joel.
Yeah, of course, because end of the day, if you have a notebook, use a notebook, at least you can keep, because later, I tell you, when people write on A4 blank piece of paper, end of the training, what they do?
It disappears.
Disappear, right in a book, ma.
So for our trainings, it's always good to have writing materials. So I think without further ado, can we start to roll? If yes, can you all just give me a yes so that I can start to roll, because I won't be sure whether are you guys ready or not. Are you ready, guys? Yes, okay, great. Thank you so much. Have seen already, I saw already. Okay, so thanks once again.
Very good.
Yeah, many years. So today's topic basically, is basically what we call from social distancing to what we call zero distance. Right now, today we know with COVID, we always talk about social distance, but I believe you guys want to have a bit of zero distance between you and your clients. True or not? True, huh? So what our main topic today we're going to talk about is to actually how to transform your business to sell and close real estate online. Okay, it's basically a very important subject. So that's why today I have with me a co-trainer, Joel Wee. Joel, say hi.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Happy Vesak Day.
Yeah, so Joel, it's actually helping me together with the team sometimes to create a lot of online stuff. So today Joel has a very important role, right now, Joel?
Yeah, very. I'm the slide swiper.
So today my duty is hands-free. Today's training is very special, guys. Later on, when we are doing trainings, the way the training will be held really depends on the way you interact with us. Okay, so whenever we ask for something, you have to put it in the chat, because that's how it's going to navigate. And today, I will not be doing any slides. Well, those slides, there won't be slides. Okay, there won't be slides because why? I think we want to try taking training, to a new level. Okay, so we don't have any slides, but we want to still make it as interesting as possible. Okay, so I think now let's stay very focused. Everyone knows this big word called digital, but a lot of times, I think agents, what I want them to understand is to break down this thing called digital. Okay, we all understand, how to do real estate, but let me break it up a little bit more. Okay, so all achievers in real estate, okay, they basically know this thing called the income chain. Okay, they all know this thing called the real estate income chain. What is it called? The real estate what? Gonna type it out. Real estate income chain. Okay, because if I were to emphasize it 3 times, means it is of utmost importance. If you want to break your 6-figure mark, be it yearly or monthly, you must understand, okay, the real estate income chain. Okay, for achievers that understands it and practice it, yes, then they'll be able, to achieve phenomenal results. Okay, so income chain basically for all these years have been helping me achieve a lot of results. Just that from the offline today, my objective is to bring this whole income chain online, which is something not easy, but I want you guys to understand we are now from the offline, how we can bring your business model called the income chain from offline to online. Okay, so we're going to do just that. So what is the income chain comprises? First and foremost, all real estate agent on top of the income chain has to focus on this word called prospecting. So we're going to write this word down called prospecting. Okay, in the offline we call it prospecting. Okay, and end of the day with prospecting, then you'll be able to get what? Your leads, you can get your business, and then you can proceed on to the next step. So the first step is what we call prospecting. After prospecting, getting of all these leads, what's next? The focus then will have to shift from the prospecting to the, what you call that? Presentation. First, you go for prospecting, then you go for presentation. Okay, so today Joel's role is very simple. Whatever I say, he has to write it down. That's how.
You don't talk so fast. You don't talk so fast, are you?
Yeah, that's how we're gonna do the training. Okay, so I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna do hands-free today. He's basically gonna write down. Joel, please draw nicely. Later people take screenshot. Okay, please have don't have a doctor's handwriting. Okay.
In my handwriting, okay now. If you all can understand or not.
I think can lah. So far so good. Okay, so from prospecting, okay, you get the leads. You're gonna go into the presentation. Okay, where you can talk to the client, you can consult them, you can do exclusive presentation. So you gotta basically meet up with the client. Okay, you gotta meet up the client. Only with that, probably you get your deals, right? So prospecting, what's next? I don't think you all can remember. After from prospecting presentation, what's next? You have to go on to what we call the marketing. Okay, once you get the listing or you meet up the customer, you got whatever they want ready, you got to do marketing. You got the listing, you got to do marketing. But today, we know that most of the time marketing can already be done online, right now. A lot of people, agents are already doing it online. Okay, so from marketing,
what's marketing actually?
What's your objective of marketing? Okay, end of the day is to focus to get a viewing done. That's about it. Okay, so there is this focus. So every step of the way, there is a focus. Okay, so from there, after marketing, what's next? So fast closing, not so fast. Okay, it's going to be negotiations. Okay, from marketing, it goes into negotiation. There always must be a negotiation phase before you do a closing, right now. So from negotiation, then you focus on the closing. You cannot get married without dating, right now. So you must have some dating process, which is called the negotiation. Then you can actually enter the closing realm. Okay, so this is what we call the real estate income chain. Okay, so now the thing is this. Okay, how are we going to bring this business from offline to online? Okay, so can I have a show of hands? Or no, not show of hands. You all cannot show of hands. I get used to it. So can I have a number from 1 to 10? Okay, that's 1 to 10. How do you think our real estate business, how digitalized can our real estate business be? 1 meaning, no, I cannot sell online. I can't do things online. 10 means everything I can do online from, whatever closing, viewing, everything. So from a scale of 1 to 10, where do you think our real estate business lie? You're going to be honest with yourself, between 1 to 10. Because if you think it's 10, then I think we got nothing to learn. I don't even dare to say 10, or not. 10 means what? Everything is done already. No need us to teach already. Okay, so from a scale of 1 to 10, okay, I just want to know, where do you think real estate business lies? Okay, so I just wait a while. So I see some 8, some 7, some 6.
10,
okay,
got quite a few 10.
Yeah, so this is some self-awareness. Self-awareness. Okay, yes, I don't think there's anything right or wrong. It's basically how we think of the business. So my job today is to show you that yes, certain things can be done online to give you more assurance, and how we break down this word called digital. Okay, digital is too big a word. Okay, so thank you for your response. So let me go down to the details. So first, okay, we're going to talk about prospecting. Okay, we want to talk about prospecting. So we all know that prospecting, can be done offline and online. So one of the very common offline prospecting methods that all of you are actually doing. So can I have some in the chat? Yeah, just put it down in the chat. So what are the offline methods that you guys have been doing all these years, right? From 10 years ago up to today. Okay, so you can just you can just type in. So yes, we have the simple mailers. I saw some door knocks. Joel, you're gonna write faster, right?
Wow. Door knock.
Flyer, door locks, okay, mailers. It still works. It still works. It's just that it's the offline method. Hyping, road shows. What else?
Show.
So little. Telemarketing. That's all. Oh, no wonder we are all trapped in these few areas only. Any more creativity? Not? Well, networking parties. Okay. Right now.
Oh.
Parties are more. Partying. Okay. FRBO, referrals, all these are, places to reach out. Okay, so we don't talk about that. So offline, these are the very common things that, real estate agents does. Now, what about online? Okay, let's draw the line. Okay, Joel, what about online? So what is the focus of prospecting? Okay, prospecting is basically to gain what? Leads, right? So we call online, we call it lead generation. It's just a word. It's a word, right? So that's why there's this word called lead generation. It's called digital prospecting, right? Lead generation. Do we call lead generation offline? People just say getting clients, client acquisitions. So they don't call it lead generation. So these are just some digital terms. Okay, so on online now, okay, let's 考他们 now. We saw some people having 10, right, Joel? 10, some 8. Hey, bro, Joel, you can write some outdoor banner also on the offline side. Not bad, huh? Okay, now for online, okay, how can you do your prospecting or lead generation? Okay, so can we have some people to put in the chat? Okay, what are the things that can be done online to gain leads? Okay, let's try. So we have what we call social media platforms. Okay, can we pen it down? Joel, can't see your face. What are you drawing, Joel? What is it? A red banner? Good. ERA banner, I know. Must be a ERA banner, I know. Okay, so we have what? Facebook ads. Okay, we have Google ads. Right now. Okay, what else do we have? We have Facebook page. Right now, Facebook page, Facebook profile, video marketing, email marketing. Have a lot. Yeah, good. Good. Depends on their speed. That's all. So little. So little. No wonder we are stuck again. Okay, there'll be more, right? Okay, you can have your SMS, prospecting. I'm talking about prospecting. You guys know that there's 4 quadrants. There's prospecting, there is what? Presentation, marketing, and negotiation. So we're going to be very, very specific. The more specific you can get, the better your results. Okay, if you cannot understand the difference between a prospecting and a negotiation, then I think all our business is all haywire already. Okay, so let's see any others. Okay, yes, we do have Instagram. Yeah, for those Instagram.
Okay, got YouTube.
Wow, not bad. YouTube coming already. If you don't know what's YouTube, then good luck to you. Everybody must know what's YouTube. Okay, what else? Come on, more. We want more ideas. WeChat,
LinkedIn.
WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Okay, very good. TikTok. So you see what we are doing here is to open up our minds to understand, what can be done online. Okay, what else? Come on, there's some more. There's more. Okay, can we have banner ads or not? Banner ads can or not, Joel?
Can.
What are banner ads?
Maybe what must explain the banner ads still, bro. Must explain first what.
Okay, banner ads are advertisements that you place online on other people's website. Okay, yes, it may cost some money, but there are also ways to actually do advertisement on people's website. Okay, yeah. So these are methods, or what we call platforms that you can use to do prospecting. You can see a very big difference offline and online. So now the thing is this: we really need to understand how to do digital prospecting on all these different platforms. Okay, if you want to gain more leads, which one should you do? You guys are better than me. Should you do offline or should you do online? Come on, I know you guys are business people. Don't give me the wrong answer. Should you do offline or online? Can you type in the chat? Offline or online? Wow, sui lah. Yes, the answer is both. Okay, you got to do both. If today your results are at maybe, let's say, 200,000 a year offline, if you really embrace online, maybe you get another 200,000. So that's how powerful things can be. Okay, we really need you guys to focus on this. Now, what is the fundamental difference between offline and online prospecting? Okay, there is a big difference between offline and online prospecting. For offline, what is the objective of offline prospecting all these years? Okay, the objective of an offline prospecting to the client is to build what you call trust and relationship. Okay, so for offline, you see, all these years, we always talk about trust and we always talk about relationship, which is perfect, right? This is from here you get your referrals. This is our conventional, traditional way of doing all sales, okay? Build trust and relationship. But what about online? What is our objective of doing online? So there's a fundamental difference here. It's not so much of building trust and relationship online, okay? It is basically building a community and building a sales funnel. Okay, it is what we call a sales funnel. Okay, you got to be focused on this, understanding first. Then you understand, hey, how does people go online? What are they actually building online? Okay, what are the leads? How do they collect the leads and process the leads? So prospecting online is to basically build a community and also to build curiosity. This is a very big word. Can we write it down? What are we building online? Curiosity. Curiosity kills the what? Cat. Okay, so we must learn how to build around this word called curiosity. So a lot of times we take the offline, then we put online. It's wrong. Basically, you put all your project info into the online sphere, or you send all the details to the client. I think that's not how we do digital. We got to send what we call curiosity to the client. Just for example, okay, just one example. Mr. Client, would you want to know where is the lowest per square foot and lowest quantum investment in the whole of the entire District 9? I may have something good for you. Are you keen to learn more? Do you wish to know? So we're going to build this, what we call curiosity. We cannot just send them, okay, this project, Mr. Client interested or not? Okay, so it's a very different thing. Okay, so you need to build, what's the big word again? Curiosity. Okay, we need to build curiosity. So in the online world, okay, there are three things that you need to do. Okay, you're going to do three things, and out of these three things, you must be skilled in either one of them, if not all. Then you'll be able to succeed well in online prospecting. Okay, so now what are the three things? First thing you need to be skilled at is what I call design. Okay, number one, you need to be skilled at design. Design can be image, can be colors, can be illustrations, can be like draw like that, draw like that.
Hello.
Yeah, drawing right now. So design, is actually a very important part of what we call prospecting. Either you send them a very nice image, or you can design a very nice website. So design is important. Okay, so this is the number one skill set. So those who are skilled at Photoshop, Adobe, those are a little bit more advantage. Number two, if you're not so skilled at design, say, hey, Alex, design is totally out of my world. I'm here to sell house. Guys, you're not here to sell house. Okay, you are really here for a business. Okay, like all F&Bs today, if they are only focused on F&B, they're out of business already. Okay, we need to know how to bring your F&B online, right or not? So same for real estate. We are not just selling houses, we are doing a business. There are certain skills that we really need to adhere to. Okay, so yes, you can employ people to do it, no problem, but you must be able to focus on this thing called design. Second, if you're not skilled at that, or if you don't have an eye for design, it's okay. Second thing you need to upskill is what we call copywriting. Okay, your words. Okay, copywriting, in a layman terms, is what we call selling through text. Okay, we need to sell through text. You must be good at copywriting. So how to be good at that? It's a very big subject. You have to go online and read how people create what we call sales letters, how to create curiosity, all in text. You don't need to show face on everything in messages, in text. So you have to be skilled in copywriting. Copywriting is one of the highest paid behind the scenes skill, of a digital, or a business. Everything you see around you is copywriting. Everything in your house. Why do you buy that phone? Why do you buy that water bottle? Why do you buy that chair? Why do you buy things that you buy? Everything was because of someone behind the scene who did a copywriting. Whether it's a headline or is it a text. Okay, so copywriting, it's really important, especially in today's, online work. And the last thing you say, okay, Alex, I really cannot, I cannot design, I also cannot talk, I cannot type. So what's the last thing you need to be skilled at? Okay, you need to be skilled at media. Okay, media, is something that you have to learn. What kind of media? We have our videos, okay, where you can actually record or pre-record. You can do live. Like now, it's a webinar right now. This is also part of a media. So we have to get used to talking to yourself on the screen, being presentable, prepare your work, so this is things that you need to prepare. So videography is also important today. Yesterday I had and 2 days ago I had a chat. So videos are something that you can engage people, or you can do it yourself. Okay, it can be cheap, it can be expensive. So these are the 3 skill sets that you really need to focus on, because if you see the whole online prospecting, from your Facebook ads to your email marketing to your YouTube to your TikTok, everything is what we call rolling around these 3 skill set only. Okay, so this is a new skill that you really need to embrace moving forward. Okay, so for prospecting, any question for this?
There's a quick one add on also.
Yes, Joel.
Because even if you do, just to take note, even if you do employ somebody, you still need to be very well versed at it, so you can identify where are the shortfalls of the copywriting. Because sometimes when you employ copywriters or designers, they are good in other fields, maybe in other industries, but maybe they don't specialize in real estate. So these are things that even though if you employ somebody, you still need to read up and gain knowledge on what works in this industry.
Yeah. Okay, so it's always good to try to do it yourself and upskill. Okay, it's okay to be wrong, because why? That's the only way we learn. Okay, nobody is perfect since day one, so we just keep to have try and error. Then you know what works for you. Okay, so from a scale of 1 to 10 prospecting, can I have some engagement again? Do you think you can get leads online or not? From a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, 1 meaning no, I really cannot. 10 means yes, I can be able to do all this and I get leads. So can I have some 1 to 10? So can we bring prospecting from offline to online? Guys, yes. If you ask me, 100% yes. Okay.
1 to
so
10,
this is
people can go 100 one.
100. That one accidentally press.
Tenfold. It's called tenfold.
Next time you want to transfer me money, you just accidentally press a few more zeros behind. Okay, so yeah, why am I saying this? First, I want to let you all convert and really understand, yes, it can be done first. Okay, so prospecting can be transit to 100% online, but of course you can do offline, online together. Okay, good. Next.
Any question? So no questions.
Any question or not? No question. Wow, good.
Hey, you all don't want to know. Hey, you all never see the important bits from our main poster. Wow. Hey, can anybody remember what is in our poster? What you all want? You all don't want. You all want to know how to close people for prospecting online or not?
That's why with all these skills, yes, you will be able to close. Remember, the first close now is to close the client, getting a client in. So that is your first lead, meaning you close it. So you must understand, you must recognize it's a first step of closing, not the close deal, make money. No, close the client, get the lead is part of the closing as well. Okay, so from social distance, this will create zero resistance and zero distance with your client. Okay, so good. Next, since no question. Next, good. Next, from prospecting, you get the client. What's next?
Anybody remember? Anybody remember?
You gotta remember. This income chain is critical. If you want to make your hundreds of thousands, your $1 million, you got to understand this income chain. Okay, so from not so fast you all anyhow jump. This one must 10倍. Sometimes at school the Chinese ask you to 10倍. This must 10倍. Okay, first prospecting, second, you all like to skip step, so just Alex, I just want to skip to closing Just give me the closing. I just talk about closing here already. Then everything no leads how to close. Never mind, you don't want to know. So next step, presentation. Okay. Now, this one good topic. Presentation. So how do we do it? Even before the circuit breaker. So usually what do we do? Okay, the offline method for presentation is to what? What's the objective of a presentation? The objective of a presentation, okay, is to secure the appointment and meet the client face to face. This is the offline objective. Okay, where do you meet them? Where can you meet them? Where can you meet these people? Usually at their home, at Starbucks, McDonald's, Ya-Kun, you got to draw, draw. When I say you must draw, right? Like you're the illustrator today.
Huh?
So offline one. So
come again. What are you saying? Starbucks.
Where do you meet the client? At Starbucks, Coffee Bean, McDonald's, at their home in Ya-Kun, things like that. So you see, we want to meet the client face to face, and that is the usual norm of doing business. Okay, that's the usual norm of doing business. Now, this is the offline. Can we do online presentations? Cannot. Can, right? So today, online, what is the objective? The objective of the online is still to secure the appointment, but to meet on the online platforms. Okay, so I repeat, so the objective of the online is to secure the appointment to meet on online platforms. That is the place to meet them. Okay, so as you know, today we are all on Zoom. Okay, you also can use your FaceTime, you can use your Skype. So whichever platform works for you, please go ahead. Are you able to sign exclusive online or not? Guys, cannot? Yes, right. Yeah. Are you able to sign a deal, OTP online? Cannot? Can, right? So where will your location be? You'll be at home, okay, in your, I don't know, shorts and, t-shirt. Maybe you can have a fake background like mine, as though in the office, but actually I'm at home. Okay, so
you at home,
comfort at your home. I'm at home. This is a digital, is a virtual background. You can see that. It's a virtual background. Okay, but the objective is now to have a digital presentation. As mentioned, digital is a big word. So we have digital prospecting. We also have digital presentation. So we must be skilled in Zoom and WebEx, whatever you call it. You have to be skilled here. But both of it with the same objective. When you meet them, what are you meeting them to do? What's the most common things when you get a lead? What do you want to? What do you really want to meet them for? Okay, so Joel, can you draw a line below? So like example, things that we can meet them. Hey, why drawing McDonald's like that? It doesn't look like McDonald's. What's the red one? What's the red one? Alamak, your artwork fail lah. Fail.
You wait.
So what is the objective? What are the things that you can do when you meet the client, either on Zoom or offline, right? Either on Zoom or offline. Because I believe even after this circuit breaker, there will be clients that still don't want to meet so soon, right? There'll be those that, hey, I still want to have a distance. So the question to ask the client is, I give you one example, just one example. Hi, Mr. Client, would you be free tomorrow to meet up face to face? Or would you be free tomorrow for a Zoom meeting? That's about it. It's the same question, but what does it translate to the client? It translates to the client that, hey, wow, this agent is really willing to do this for the client. Right now, you still can secure exclusives. Okay, so what are the things that you can meet your clients to do? Number one, you can meet them for the exclusive presentation. Okay, we have seen so many agents getting exclusive on Zoom already. Today, okay, now you can just go and reach out and ask them, do you want to sell your home? Yes, shall we have a Zoom presentation? Let me share with you how, I can actually market your place. So just do a Zoom. Okay, so no worries, we can actually still reach out to clients. So the problem now is agents are not used to it. So we need to get you guys to first believe in it and then get used to it. So listing presentation can be done online. What are the other things that can be done? You meet them and do what? Consultation, right? Consultation process. There is a consultation that you can be doing now. Everybody is stuck at home, just waiting for somebody to give you a call. right? You don't just call and sell things. I just call, hey, hi, how are you? You just want to understand a bit more of your plans. Maybe we can have a Zoom discussion. Just like that. Touch base with them. So consultation, what can be done? First, financial calculations. Okay, learn how to do financial calculations on Zoom, like what Joel is doing, like writing with a pen, and then this whiteboard, and then have some colors. Don't say pen already lah. I bought my pen, then cannot use on my iPad. Wasted money. Okay, so these are certain skills that probably you have to get used to. Okay, to get used to. So financial calculations can be done online. Okay, you also can do what we call your wealth creation, right? You have to share. You can share with them, how they can actually upgrade, how they can actually grow their wealth, through slides. You flip here, flip there. You can also do it online, right? Okay, can you do it online together with them and their whole family? Can also, what? Okay, so these are barriers that you need to start to break through. Okay, what are things that you can meet them with? Now, what are the things? For example, project shortlisting. Wow, this is a good one, right? You can share with them, hey, wow, this project, that project. Just keep talking to them, right? It's a presentation online. So whether it's online or offline, you see, it's still the same objective. And trust me, after circuit breaker, there will be clients that still don't want to meet up with you. And I'd rather you do online presentation. I'd rather you do online shortlist, because after the shortlist, if they go down, what does it mean? They already sold already. Okay, they already sold. So it's a good way for you to qualify your clients online. Take the time. You can have like one whole day, right? You can settle 8 to 9 clients. You don't need to meet them face to face, right? So you can actually speed up the time to qualify them. Okay, so these are things that you can actually do online. So now, okay, for a scale of 1 to 10, do you think you can do your presentations online? For those who say yes, put a 10. For those who say, no, I really still scared, then maybe we will do more one-to-one mindset coaching, right? So this is to show you that, first, digital prospecting can be online. Second, digital presentation also can be online. Or 1 to 10. Give me a number. Okay, yes, it can be done online. Of course, there'll be agents that say, hey, really, some clients want to meet. Yeah, you also can meet them online. It's all in our own mind. Okay, we don't assume they are not okay. We don't assume. They are just at home waiting for you and say, up till today, how come no agent asked me to do Zoom? Are my agents not technological savvy, or are they just lazy? You should be able to reach out already. Okay, so I hope you guys will be able to do your presentations online. Enough of teaching, right? Enough of learning. Now you really need to go and what? Take action. Okay, take action. Those who need technical assistance set up, first always go to your managers, then go to your DDs. If not, you reach out to us. Okay, I don't see why we don't give you answers. Okay, so how to draw and write? You see, these are questions. Correct. These are the correct questions to be asking. What do you use to draw and write? Come, Joel.
I'm currently using an iPad together with Apple Pencil. So this one gives me very fine control. That's why you can see sometimes it's thicker and sometimes it's thinner. So that's the reason why I decided to use an Apple Pencil and an iPad now. So,
okay, so this is the high level setup.
Yeah, a bit lah. So if not, then you can go to the slightly lower range instead, which is what Alex bought.
Yeah,
the angry one.
Okay, so let me rephrase. If you want to do this setup, you will Joel's setup is a bit of a higher level, a bit more expensive. You need an Apple Pen, which probably costs you 170 to 100. Pencil, which costs you $170 to $180, and then you need to have a compatible iPad, okay, which may cost you another 1,500. Wait. Okay, 1,500 to 2,000. That's very expensive for an iPad. Okay, so your setup total may cost you 1,800 to 2,000. It's expensive. So I thought, by having a pencil will work. So I go and order the Apple Pencil. End of the day, it doesn't work on my old iPad. End of the day, I wasted $170.
Non-compatible. So Alex,
before you buy your Apple Pencil, please make sure it's compatible. Go and Google it. This is something I would advise you. I wasted my money on pencil. Who has a pencil? Let me know. Brand new inbox. Auction. Okay? If not, you say, Alex, it's very expensive. No problem. If I have the old version of the iPad, it's okay. All you need is a stylus.
Yes.
Like mine. Can you see? Like mine.
Hey, this one from where one? Looks familiar.
This one ERA one. I pick it up at the show flat. Okay. Anyway, you can buy this kind of stylus. I think it's only like $1-2. No need to spend $100 over dollars. $1-2. You can still perform the same role on the iPad, inside the Zoom account. Okay, so these are things that you can actually explore. Okay, you can whatever. So at the end of the day, you must have a stylus or a pencil, and then you have the pad. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Yeah. Any question for this? Wow, $50 compatible pencil. Good. Okay, just put it in. Whoever sees it, you go and contact. I don't know, Richard whoever. Okay, so end of the day, okay, in summary, you all have to learn this skill. It's a must for you to learn. That's why today we are not doing any slides. Right? Are we doing any slides today? No, we want to show you how it's being done. How it's being done.
Man, your slide is here. This is your slide.
Yeah, my slides are here.
Yeah. This is the slide. And clients just sometimes like this. Okay, so just write and draw. Make sure it's not doctor's handwriting. Okay?
I mean, to a certain degree, it is also part of it, guys. This is also part of your showmanship,
Yep.
If somebody serve you a plate of fried rice versus he fried in front of you, got difference or not? The taste can be the same, but you pay more for the show,
Yeah. So when the client sees you in such a presentation mood, again, what do you show your client compared to another agent who just over the phone tell them, versus somebody that does this? It's a presentation. Okay, people spend millions of dollars to renovate a restaurant, okay, just for a presentation. Millions of dollars, okay? So really invest in this kind of tools and systems to impress your client. So good. So any question for an online presentation? So from 1 to 10, I believe you all can bring it on level 10. Right? So any question for presentation? Okay.
Alex,
so how to share? Sorry?
The color of your shorts. Check tempo. Today you never take picture of your shorts.
Yellow color. I don't wear yellow. A bit down. Okay, so for those who want to explore how to do this, you can practice it with yourself, okay, or with your teammate. Okay, so this is a very simple assignment that I think everybody should really learn. Okay, so next.
Okay, I think there's one question is how to invite share screen from different devices. Basically now how I'm doing this is I actually have my iPad logged into the same webinar.
Yeah.
And the same meeting. So I'm so I'm actually sharing from the iPad. What you guys are seeing here on the presentation is actually from my iPad.
Yeah. So you can actually use the iPad and your laptop or desktop. You can go into the same webinar or meeting, Zoom meeting. Okay, so you can it's the same room basically. Yeah, it's the same room. Okay, so what's after presentation? Can anyone tell me? So from prospecting, to presentation, you got your listings and everything ready. What's next? Ready, right now? Marketing. Yes, marketing. Good. Jennifer, Joey, good. Marketing. Okay, so then we have our digital prospecting, digital presentation. Now we need to talk about digital marketing. Wow, see now it's another can of worms again. So how do we usually do it? What we call offline. Do we do any offline marketings? Do you all do a lot of offline marketings? I believe today all of you are like, already online, true or not? You have your public guru, you have your portals, and this I think is not new. So a lot of times we are already inclined to what we call digital marketing. Okay, so it's something that you probably also want to include in your marketing toolkits to your clients. Okay, later I'm going to go into that. So now for offline and online. Okay, let's talk about online because offline, I think you don't really do it, right? You don't go around, shouting, hey, I got something to sell, and I don't know, right? So you don't do that. So you do a lot of online marketing. So what kind of online marketing methods do you all do? Okay, what's the objective of online? Is to basically to secure what? A viewing, right? So for offline, okay, sorry, Joel, you're gonna write offline. The objective is to secure a viewing. Okay, right? You do marketing so hard is to secure a viewing. For online, what is your objective? Okay, when you do online marketing, the objective for online is to secure a virtual viewing. Okay, to secure a virtual viewing. Okay, later I'll go a little bit deep on what is this. Okay, so what are the things that you can be done on virtual? Okay, what can be done on digital that you can actually get clients to attend a viewing? So can we have some comments? Okay, for example, one, you can have videos, right? You can use videos. You're making use of videography. You can have listing videos to push out so that maybe yes, they want to take a look at the property. Okay, so videos are one of them. Okay, what else? Okay, video can be listing videos, right? Listing videos can also be I don't know, 360 or walkthrough videos. Okay, so there can be also these kind of videos. Okay, what other things that you can be done? Photography, right? Photos, very nice taken photos. So for those you see in this period of circuit breaker, if you have very nice photos, you'll be very confident to use it with your clients. But if you use like, I don't know what kind of photos, then it's very difficult for you to reach out to clients. And you see, if all your listings have a proper SOP, today you will not face a problem. I say again, if all your listings, you have a proper set of things, SOP that you do, today you won't be facing a problem. For example, all viewings supposed to have videos. All viewings supposed to have photos. Whether you like it or not, we are trying to make good dollars from the client. Even a HDB, your commissions can be like $6,000 to $10,000. Okay, so these are things that you already need to invest in every single listing. Then you'll be able to do digital marketing. So if you don't do this, you'll not be able to make use of it. Okay, so you have the nice professional photos, videos. What else? Projects, you have your virtual tours, right? You have virtual tours for projects. Today, ERA has more than 100 virtual tours. Okay, are you guys using it? Okay, using it. Okay, you have your property portals we have written, good. Okay, what else? Other listing portals. You all try listing portals already not? Listing portals like what? Carousel, right? Not? Craigslist have not? Last time I started with those free classified websites. Joel, you did free classified not? You do free classified before not? Those I don't know what, SG ad post, all the free listing portals. Yeah, they're also part of digital marketing.
Gumtree.
Yeah, Gumtree. Okay, so listing portals like, I think Carousel is not bad. Who tried Carousel? You all did Carousel or not? My Carousel recruitment ads actually quite on one, Yeah, there are quite a lot of people on Carousel. I'm not sure why, but it gets a lot of attention.
I think Carousel is not under really a property portal. Carousel is more towards what we call a listing portal, together with like Gumtree, Craigslist, because these are actually selling other things but we are just a section of the that's the difference. Basically, it's a section of the whole business instead of like Property Guru 99 Code. The whole thing is basically a property
listing portal.
Yeah. So this is what we call a listing portal.
Carousels, what are listing portals that you all can think of? Okay, so just list it down if you know. Okay, so there are a lot of listing. I think Facebook also got Facebook Marketplace. Okay, so you can explore this kind of things, like Facebook Marketplace, especially for rentals. I think Facebook now has a place where they can filter. So you can look into FB Marketplace as well. Okay, you also have overseas portal, true or not? Like what the Chinese like to use this property portal called GY. GY, I think JUWAI. Go and explore it yourself. For those who want to go into the Chinese market, but must be able to speak Mandarin or type Mandarin, something like that. Okay, so ask Joel to do cannot. Joel eat potato one, right? Jakang tang one.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so yes, you need to go into overseas portals if you need. Okay, and there are also things like emails. You don't overlook emails. Emails. Hey, Joel, what you draw? What's that? What are you drawing? DSLR. Okay, so we're gonna go into email. Email marketing is also very popular, especially now. Okay, I just sent out an email 5 days ago. Okay, to around a database of 13,000. A database of 13,000 people. Okay, and guess what's the open rate? Okay, 13,000 people. The open rate I got was 60%, guys. 60, 60 people open their emails and take a look at it. I have never seen this kind of statistics. Okay, in the past, probably you only get 20 plus. 20 plus is already very good, maybe 30% open rate. Now my open rate is 60%. That's how email marketing is useful, especially today. Okay, so don't overlook this thing. Then here comes the problem. We all know this. And what do you do with this? You send to the client, okay? Or you do marketing, but you didn't, what we call, bring them to secure the virtual viewing. I'll give you an example. Everybody know how to take videos and send to the clients right now. They will send blasts and then they'll say, hey, Mr. Client, this is the video, this is the virtual show flat. And then, will you be keen to buy? So this is a very normal way of doing it. You will send the whole list of your property guru listing. You will just send to the client and say, Mr. Client, this is the property, will you be keen? I tell you, that's not the way you do sales. The objective, what's the objective again in red? Can you all see? The objective is to secure a virtual viewing. That is the objective. So instead of sending, you
the thing is, you don't
virtual
send it.
viewing. Yeah. Yes, Joel, what are you saying?
No.
Yes.
I think the key is it's not a virtual viewing. It's basically a virtual viewing together with the client.
Correct.
So I think this is what you need to touch on, right?
To secure a virtual viewing together with the client. Okay, so instead of sending them hey, this is the virtual tour, go and take a look. No, you should be reaching out to the client. For example, hey, Mr. Client, would you want me to walk through with you this particular project together? Let me show it together with you. What is this about? Whether is it photos, whether is it a video walkthrough, whether is it a virtual viewing, anything. Okay, you need to try and say, hey, will you be free tonight at 7 p.m. Let me show you this project, because we do have a walkthrough and I'll show you the quality of it, so on and so forth. Okay, a lot of agents fail because they don't go for the specific. They just send the virtual tour and then they what? Call me back. I think that's not how it's being done. Okay, so we need to hook the client into what we call a virtual viewing together. Everyone clear so far? Clear, huh? Okay, so what's the objective? The objective basically for both of it is to show and sell. Okay, what's the word? Show and sell. Okay, so please remember it's called show and sell, not show. Okay, so you need to go into this show and sell stage. Okay, up to now, okay, I believe you guys understand digital marketing can already be online. So I'm not going to ask the same question. So you see, from prospecting, presentation, marketing, all can be online. Now we're going into the most important phase. What's the last phase? Can anyone tell me?
Hey, Alex, you still haven't shared with me how you secure client to view together with you.
I say already, I tell them you must reach out and tell them, will you be free
set
tonight,
the
7 p.m. Set the appointment. Yeah, and then, what time will you be free for me to walk through together with you this project or this, apartment, so on and so forth. Okay, so going into the engagement and togetherness, okay, not just mess send. Okay, so everyone clear so far? You're learning something now. If you're learning, say yes, you're learning something. Okay, please pen it down. If not, later you shall forget. Okay, you shall forget. Okay, now what's the last stage? The last stage of the real estate income chain is what we call negotiation. Okay, really, guys, it's called negotiation. Don't say it's a closing first, because if you don't enter this phase, you will not enter the closing phase. Okay, everything that's a process is a step-by-step process. Okay, so only when you enter the negotiation phase, then maybe you're going to closing. Now, how do we negotiate in the past? So what's the objective of doing a negotiation? The negotiation stage, the negotiation phase, the objective is to what? Is to handle objections. Really. No objections are the most difficult clients. You ask them, hey, do you like it or not? Like that, lor. Right? You want to buy it or not? Think about it. So if there's no objections, you will not be near closing. Objections are steps that you can slowly get your way into the closing. They will tell you price. Wow, price objection, I love it, right? Because I know once I handle it, I close deal already. Right? Price objection, stay near, don't know where. All these are objections that the more objection you have, the easier to close the deal. Okay. So the less objection, the harder, because you don't understand the client. So the more, the merrier. So usually, how do we do negotiations? We talk to our client over the what? Phone, talking about price, or what? Face to face, right? So usually we do this the offline way. Okay, usually we do this the offline way. Okay, where everybody is skewed towards this, but you guys are achievers. Okay, so you handle objections using the phone and face to face. Usually it's these two formats. Okay, so this is how we do offline. Now, what about online? Same, you are still looking to handle objections, but you're going to do it on the online way. Okay, only then it will lead to a closing. So how do you do online? Same, so you have to meet on platforms like Zoom. You really still have to meet them to negotiate the deal like that, face to face. Okay, try your level best. They will give you objections. Try your level best to go into negotiations at this phase. Now, at this phase, you will have to make use of tools. You cannot just talk, right? You cannot just talk like that. Maybe the skill of closing is not that high. You're going to make use of what we call data, data analytics. I believe you guys have SRX, and we also, ERA also have this, what we call data analyst, our IERA. Go and play around with it. In the IERA app, you can draw charts. Wow, this one 10 years ago, project A versus project B 10 years ago, you see one gain more, one gain less. All these kind of tools have to be there. Okay, you can make use of these tools to do negotiations towards closing. Okay, you're going to make use of these tools already. And also in the base of sales kits, all this time we've been doing a lot of training, all our kits, whether is it Marina One, whether is it next time you're gonna have wealth creation, next time whether you do our 5 critical factors, all these are sales kit that you have to make use of during a negotiation. If you don't make use of all these, trust me, your traditional negotiation and your closing rate will be very low. Okay, we need to support whatever we say. We cannot just say. We got to support with analytics and sales kits and also charts. So all these charts that we do for you is not for fun. Okay, it's for you to make use of it. Sit down, zoom it, page by page, talk to them. Talk to them. Don't think they don't want to know. They want to learn all this one. Okay, so you may listen to all this like 10 times, but to the client, right, like 3 years, one time only. So they'll be very interested, what you have to say, how's the market. So sales kits are very, very important. Okay, and last, as mentioned, you need to know how to use visual aids, like what Joel is doing, right? Visual aids, how to actually negotiate and close a deal. So you all want to learn how to use visual aid to close a deal, what to draw. If you want to learn how to close the deal, because you always want closing, negotiation, close. If you want to learn how to close, say close. I want to close. Let's put close, or something. Okay, close. Instead of negotiation, how to close. Wow, this one is like the finale like that. People want to know close the deal, Kevin. They don't want to know the in betweens. It's like everything don't want. Just give me the cut the chase, right? How to close. Joel, what are you saying?
Wow, the message flood inside until I cannot write the word closing. Cannot block.
Cannot block. Okay, so with all this smooth transition, do you believe closing can be done online? Okay, first, you must believe. Okay, if you don't believe, nothing can be done. If you believe, you will try. Out of 10, I don't need you to close 10. If you are good, well done. If you can close 1 or 2, you break through that mindset, trust me, you won't be sitting at home during VSAC day like that. You will be like reaching out and trying to close client. Okay, so it's always first, number one, believe, then you will take action, then you will get results. So today is all about your mindset. Okay, so I believe you guys cannot wait any longer. So one of the things that you can learn, okay, is to close your client online. And then you must frame it. For example, Mr. Client, today, would you be willing, okay, or would you want to basically profit from the panic? So, Mr. Client, would you want to profit from the panic? Would you want to make money during this particular moment? Okay, because what I'm going to show you is how you can actually profit. So, Mr. Client, if you are willing to, listen, I can share with you more. You see, I create what? Curiosity and build up. I don't just go to the client and say, hey, client, you can profit. No, you can profit. Why? You should profit. No, we don't do that. We always create this anticipation first. Okay, do you want to profit from the current panic? Okay, so yeah, you must draw like Joel, must draw like that. Profit from the panic. So now, guys, then the client will.
What are you writing?
What you writing? Okay, so let's look back. I think 2 days ago. Okay, I believe you guys have seen this article, right? They say half developers likely to cut prices, blah 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 blah. Okay, we only go for the 重点. Okay, let's zoom in a bit. We go for the 重点, the most important part. Okay, that's a little bit too much. We can zoom out a bit more.
Okay. No, I mean
zoom out a bit more.
I can draw.
Okay,
we start here first. 54%.
Yeah, so 54%, survey done by the NUS states that consumers think that there will be a price reduction of between 2 to 5% for new home sales. Okay, so prices, 54% of them expect probably around a 2 to 5% drop for new home sales. And also around 46% of consumers expect a drop between 5 to 8% in resale prices. Okay, so this is the market expectations of prices in the near future, this year. Okay, we're just talking about this year. So in summary, this article shows that around 50% of consumers are willing to enter the market with a price drop of between 2 to 8% discount. You may just want to draw it back.
Yeah, I'm just bringing it back again. Sorry. Yeah. So it's a 2 to 8% somewhere here.
Yeah, 2 to 8%, right? Because 2% to 8%. So that's 50% of the market, which is actually a very big market share already. Okay. So this is the price range that first we need to set the client to understand so that you have a gauge. Now, I also want to show with you that, Mr. Client, do you know that regardless of market situation, regardless whether there's a pandemic, regardless whether there's a market crash, regardless of anything that's happening in the world, over time, you are actually making money. Okay, so just to support, Joel, can I have the next slide? This is a slide. So guys, this is the property inflation rate. Sorry, I cleared my throat. So this is the property inflation rate over the past 20 years. You can see, Mr. Client, that over the past 20 years, regardless of SARS, regardless of financial crisis, prices have appreciated by approximately 5.3% on annum, okay, every single year, on average, if you have a horizon of 20 years. They say, Alex, 20 years are a bit, don't give me the old thing, I want the new things. Okay, so 20 years too long. Joel, can I have the shorter version? So, okay, Mr. Client, so if you say 20 years is too long, let's look at 10 years. On the 10 years, okay, an average property gain is 7.22%, okay, over the past, how many years? 10 years. Every year, property is going on average of 7.22%. There will be ups and downs, but it's still 7.22 every year. Do you want to make that money though? Right? Say, Alex, it's still too long. I think we have to be very realistic. So guys, I am also very realistic. This is to show the client the big picture first, then we go into the small picture. So okay, let's go a little bit nearer, Joel. So okay, if you want to look at the past 2 years, Mr. Client, just to let you know, okay, in year 2018, property prices appreciated by 7.9%, and in year 2019, property prices appreciated by 2.7%. So if you do a 2-year average, the property price has actually appreciated by 5.3% per year. Okay, so this is to show you that property prices, whether you change it at a band of 20 years, 10 years, trust me, over time you will gain. It's just a matter of what? Time and numbers, right now. What kind of numbers? Okay, so these are things that you can actually speak to your clients. Then you say, okay, why am I showing you this? Okay, first I need you to let the client know. The longer your investment horizon, the lower your risk. Okay, this is what I want to establish with the client. Okay, so I repeat again, the longer your investment horizon, the lower your risk, Mr. Client. So do we invest in real estate with a short-term horizon or a long-term horizon? So Mr. Client, would you want a short-term or long-term? Okay, most of the time, people who buy property, they're either the mid to long. Seldom they'll tell you short. Okay, so this is a good phrase that you want to speak to your client because it reassures them that real estate is a mid to long-term investment. Okay, well, Joel, you signing off initial, is it? Okay, very nice. Guys, to help Joel, can you just, Joel must underline the red words, make it a bit bolder. How the longer the investment horizon, the lower. Can you change the to your? I see copywriting. These are copywriting things that I want to change. The longer your, the longer your investment horizon, the lower your risk. So when you say your, it applies to the client. Okay, so these are what we call copywriting. Okay, so guys, if you like this code, can you just take a picture and then I don't know, you can just post it or keep it for reference. Take a snapshot of this. Okay, because this is a code that I think is important to all investors. Okay, the longer the horizon, the lower your risk. So, Mr. Client, do you want to lower your risk? Who will tell me no one? So we have to look at the longer term horizon. So anyone learning so far? Is everybody okay now? You're forced already now. Don't say yes. You all say yes. I'm sure I close the computer.
You took question, Alex. You took question,
because they like to type yes, Then later they type yes. I'm sleeping. Then they
maybe copy paste.
Copy gao. Wait, already now because I haven't go to the finale. I'm leading them to the finale, right now. This is how we do closing, one. You see, must do chart, must do business time, must tell them quotation. Then we move into the real thing. So, Mr. Client, Joel, already now, Joel, your finger got number.
Wow, a bit too soon already.
You got to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice for the greater good.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, how do we lower your risk, Mr. Client? So, let me draw you a chart. We're going to show you today, Mr. Client, in terms of this COVID situation, how can you profit from the panic? Okay, how can you profit from the current panic? So we're going to draw you what we call, Mr. Client, a best case scenario, a worst case scenario, and what we call the expected scenario. Okay, so basically we'll draw a chart on how, today, where will the market be heading? Clients always ask, so where would the market be heading moving forward? Okay, so you can basically draw the PPI a little bit up to today, maybe just 1 year ago, from the cooling measures up to today, now the COVID situation, are we going up? Are we going left? Are we going backwards? I'm not sure. Okay, so we draw the chart first. Okay, so we draw a chart today, based on last year today, I think we had a significant gain, but from the cooling measures to today, we have actually, from 2013 to today, we have actually dropped by 11.6%. Okay, just let you know, from 2013 to around 2017, okay, 5 years, 4 to 5 years, we have dropped by 11.6%. It's only from 2017 to today, we have appreciated by 12.3%. So sorry, bro. So this drop, this uptick is at 2017.
Oh, 2017.
Yeah, there is an uptick since 2017 because from the cooling measures, 9 rounds of insane cooling measures have brought down our property prices by 11.6% to its knees already, I think. 9 cooling measures. But did it stop the market? No, because from 2017 up to today, property prices have appreciated by 12.3%. There is an upside of 12.3%. Now, today, can we mark today with a big X? Bro, mark it with a big X. So today, where do you think property prices will hit, Mr. Client? So I 有点互动好不好 the rest of you, okay? Where do you think property prices will hit? I think they also don't understand what I'm saying, but no problem. Okay, let's do this, Mr. Client. How about let me do the best case scenario?
Why don't we do
how do you do it?
We do the positive first. We are basically purely based on inflation. Where is our endpoint supposed to be roughly?
Okay. So you see, based on our property inflation, based on the 3 charts that I've shown you, I think inflation every year is between 5 to 7%. Okay, 5 to 7%. But as investors, we want to be very conservative. We cannot say, hey, confirm. No, I want to be very conservative. Can I say 1 year we make a gain of 3%, Mr. Client? Can I say we make a 3% will do? So on the best case scenario, we're doing a 3% gain. So can we mark the spot at 3%? So today, Mr. Client, if you buy during this COVID situation, you will probably make around 3%. Not bad, right? 3% over the next 1 year. Best case, we're talking about best case scenario. Okay, best case. Okay, don't say 5, 10%. We just do 3%. We want a safety net. Okay, but Alex, there is actually a drop of 1% last quarter already. Never mind. Let's stick to it. Okay, so best case, 3% gain. Now, what is the worst case then? People like the worst case, How much do you think property prices will drop? Okay, based on just now, the market sentiment, okay, whether is it new launch or resale, the drop people expect within the next year, okay, over 50% or around 50% is between 2 to 8%. Okay, that's what people are expecting. That means people will come into the market at around 2 to 8% drop. But I like to be negative one. Investors also are negative. So I'll say, okay, let's be very negative. We want to drop by 10%, kind of. 10%. Why do I put 10%? All right, you want to draw 10% first. Okay, you want to draw 10% first.
Disclaimer first. This one not drawn to scale, please.
Yeah, it's your illustration. Okay, so you see, some clients they say, hey, property market will drop. Okay, I will let it drop. Let's say it drops by 10%. Why do I use this 10%? First, based on the NUS survey. Okay, this is what we call market sentiment. When you go out and do surveys, this is what people think. Okay, 50%. Then why I personally think is around cannot be more than 10. Because why? With 9 cooling measures, it has brought property down by 11.6. And government works very simply. They will see the charts as well. If property market really drop by 10%, what do you think the government will do? They will sure find a way to rebound it. So I'm making it as a case of, the client say, okay, 10% drop. Okay, so this is one of the worst case scenario. That's why I draw a 10%. I don't want to say 2%, because people say too little. 10%. Now, then, okay, today, how are you going to profit from the panic, Mr. Client? So can I ask you a question? If you buy today, how much profit will you make? 3%, right? So, Mr. Client, if you want to profit from today's panic, today, if you go to a developer, you go to a resale, what's the price range you might want to negotiate? Right? Maybe a 10% drop, right? A 10% drop. So today, let me ask you all a question. 2 days ago, South Korea actually has already so-called released their people from the what we call the lockdown. Okay, this actually gives us a lot of hope that COVID is coming to an end already, Mr. Client. In Hong Kong, 3 days ago, okay, they have not seen a single COVID case over the past 14 days, Mr. Client, which means it is probably going to be over for Hong Kong soon as well. So at this present moment, Mr. Client, do you think, why do I say you should make use of this present moment, okay, to buy a property? Because it will be over very soon. How soon? It can be a few weeks, it can be a few months, but it will be over. So my next question to you, Mr. Client, have you missed the wave? Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Vaccines are being done. What's it called, Joel? What's the name of it?
Japan is fast tracking
very hard.
this. It's called remdesivir. Remdesivir. Yeah.
Right. Whatever you call it, remdesivir. So you see, whether it works or don't work, has nothing to do with us. That is the medical world. Nothing to do with us. But what I know is that they will find something. And imagine today, Mr. Client, they find a vaccine. Just imagine, don't say remdesivir. Imagine they find a vaccine today. Guys, all of you missed the wave already. All of you have missed the wave. You'll be buying at A and you will just ride the normal wave of inflation. True enough. You're today at point A, you will make approximately 3% if you buy today. But if you want to make use of this situation today, okay, to profit, then you have to go in with the right expectation. So today, Mr. Client, if you were to make an offer, okay, for a project. So before I go there, I'll ask the client, Mr. Client, do you want to profit from this? I must wait for them to say what? Yes. So how are we going to do it, Mr. Client? What I'm going to do is this. Because of this, are you interested in this particular project or this particular apartment? If yes, let's try to make an offer of how much percent? How much offer you want to make? Guys, how many percent? Don't tell me 30%. I'll kick you out of the door, I tell you. Cannot be right now. Also, clients, when they see this, they start to understand. Oh, okay, usually it's around this range already, right now, from 2 to 8%. And then Alex draw me 10%. I will throw Donnie out the window at 100%. Maybe he actually press 10. Donnie.
Extra zero.
So
Donnie need to press extra zero just now also.
So why am I doing this? We are trying to frame the client to a specific discount. Okay, if not, it will be blown to like 100% discount. Wow, I also want, tell me, I also want. Okay, so we're trying to cap them towards a specific discount, okay, at 10%. So today, Mr. Client, would you want to buy copper? Or would you want to buy, I don't know, Marina One? Or would you want to buy Avenue? I don't care wherever project. Are you willing to give me an offer at 10%? Why? Why? If you buy at 10%, next year, what would be your gain? So Joel, can we right now, at the worst case scenario, okay, if the buyer was to go in and make an offer of 10%, A, it gets rejected. B, it gets what? Accepted. You only got two scenarios only. Accept or reject. Okay, if they accept it at this worst case scenario, or to them is the best case, what is the profit your clients will be looking at within the next 1 year? Come, Joel, plus it. You'll make probably a 10% plus a what? 3%. So guys, this is one of the ways you need to speak to the client, because our generation don't have a lot of opportunity. Right? This kind is an opportunity of a lifetime. Okay, people don't, investors, they don't buy like, 5, 10 properties in their lifetime. Sometimes they only buy that 1 or 2, maybe that 3, right now. So at this present moment, if they don't take advantage, tomorrow the vaccine comes out, period. No need to discuss really. All these techniques, no need to use. We just go back to our normal salesmanship. Okay, this is the moment, guys. Why should you buy during this June? Why? Okay, not June, sorry. Why should you buy during this May period? Okay, and I don't just talk, guys, I don't just talk. I exercise my option during this May period. Okay, I'm a true believer of real estate. I'm a true believer. Okay, I exercise my option to purchase during this COVID period. Okay, so I'm real. I'm just going to tell you, if your client missed this wave, when circuit breaker is over, they won't get this already. Okay, so you will see it's the same person taking advantage of the May period versus August. They say, hey, I want to wait until August. No problem. You can wait, right? You can wait, no problem. But you have already missed this opportunity that developers or maybe the resale owners are willing to take a little bit of loss. Okay, so this is something that you need to advise your client. A 3% of 1 million and a 13% of 1 million. What's the dollars? Can we write down the dollars, Joel? A $1 million property. Yeah, because sometimes they see percent until they must write down the real dollars. So you must write down to the client the real dollars. 30,000 Sing dollars versus 130,000 Sing dollars, just that 1-2 months of difference. Really, 都要买了. Why don't just buy during this period? Why must you wait? This period. Okay, so this is same person having a different outcome. So investors understand, guys, and only the top 3% investors understand. Most of them, they won't buy this period. Trust me, they won't buy because why? They fear. They don't understand how market works. Why do we write, Joel, can we write the end point as a point Y, the last outcome? Yeah, Y, okay. So Y is very, okay, Y. This part, this point called Y, as mentioned in my previous training, okay, demand, okay, can be delayed, but demand cannot be destroyed. This point called Y will definitely be reached. Okay, it will reach, right? Tomorrow, circuit breaker over, the first thing you all will do will be going to McDonald's, right? No? The first thing you all will do is you all go and cut your hair. The first thing you all will do, you all go and buy a pao cha. It can only be delayed. Okay, it cannot be destroyed. Same with property prices. Okay, that's why at this point, why people will be there. Okay, so this is something important. But then next thing, this is the worst case now. But what is the realistic? What if it's being rejected? What else can be done, Mr. Client? Mr. Client, sometimes we try that 10%, but people are still not willing. Developers are not reducing. Resale owners or sellers, they are not reducing by 10. Then how? Jialat already cannot buy. Don't worry. Take the same period to negotiate again. Maybe realistically, we may be at point C, which is the more realistic scenario, probably around how many percent? Probably how many percent? 5% discount. Can I say that? 5%. So, Mr. Client, even if you enter at point C, you will be still making 5% plus your 3%. So, Joel, can you hear me right there? So, even if you buy the realistic scenario, you'll be still making approximately 5% today, and then through inflation, another 3% over the next year, probably another 8% gain over the next 1 year, which is 80 grand, which is not bad, right? Which is not bad. Okay, so the point is, Mr. Client, is to buy now because things will be over very soon. Okay, things will be over very soon. Okay, it will not be 3-4 years down the road. Okay. So I have some question. Well, investor may ask, isn't stock market better? Better. Those who have invested in the stocks over the past 2 months have lost approximately 30%. Okay, they have lost by 30%. Stock market is another market. It's going to be a different category of investors. Okay, so for the true investors, they understand, okay, why real estate make a lot of money. So from here, what we have just done, we have just want to cap you to understand, we have to use this to ask the client to make a decision and move. Okay, they have to move.
Sorry,
they cannot sit there. Yes, Joel.
What's the yellow line again? Sorry, what you were saying? There was a yellow line.
The yellow line is the realistic scenario. The more realistic, more expected. We can just write realistic. Or yellow, can see it or yellow? Yeah, and don't ask me risk, don't ask me stock, don't ask me anything. I only know property. The rest of the things is high risk to me because I'm not sure in that market. I only know real estate. Real estate gives me money, so that's how I do it. Okay. So this is the scenario that how, Mr. Client, we should profit from the panic. So, Mr. Client, my closing statement is, which project do you want to make an offer?
And how much do you want to offer?
And how much do you want to offer? So this is where you go into the move really. Okay, so this is one thing that you can do. So are you all learning something today? Huh? So you all screenshot and practice, practice on your manager, your things like that. Okay, so this is for property investors. Okay, if you're learning something, just press yes. Who told me? Don't later brain dead.
Again, yes.
I in goldfish mode now.
Goldfish, 2 eyes open big. So today, are you really going out to scout before tomorrow this vaccine comes out? You never know right now. I just say tomorrow vaccine come out, everything is gone. That's it.
Yeah, your
You
A,
have
your
missed
your
everything.
point B, point C, all gone already. No chance.
Your point C, point B, all gone. You will just buy
Anything below A is no chance already.
So, Mr. Klein, you want to wait? Up to you.
Got D on top of A.
D on top.
Yeah, you're right. Kevin want to add.
Kevin want to buy here.
Tomorrow, vaccine come out, it will be D.
D.
It will be D, immediate.
D no good leh. D then com drop
Okay. So now, people ask, is it realistic? Okay, I see. Is it realistic to ask for 10% off? You ask me, it's not about being realistic or not. It is going in and ask for that 10% off. Go and ask for it. Every single deal, every single developer, go and ask for it. You only have 2 outcomes as mentioned. Yes or no. No, you will go into the C mood already. Okay. So it's not about realistic or not. You go in, enter the market, you will profit from the panic. If you don't do anything, whatever I say, next month vaccine come out, this one throw away already. Okay, this is only for this particular 1 month. This month of May, this is for you to use. After that, we will have other trainings ready. Okay, so this is something that you guys can look at. People ask me, hey, then REITs, how? Guys, I am a true believer of real estate. Why? Let me ask you, is there any asset in Singapore that the government is willing to save? We have 91% home ownership rate. Joel, next. Why do I say 10%? Next. I want you to draw something. Okay. Another way you can talk to your client, how to close your client to buy real estate. Just now I got those REITs, stocks and shares right now. You see, when I'm doing this, the concern and objection comes out right now. Joel, you can see all the objection floating, right? Wow, REITs, stock market, realistic or not, can I buy other things, right? All these come out already. Now, very simple, Mr. Client, we have a 91% home ownership rate. Are there or is there any asset in Singapore that the government throws a float when you want to die already? Okay, it's what I call Singapore float. Wow, this one very nice. Joel, can you draw me a float? Okay, I want Joel to draw me a float. I don't know how, but you're just going to draw me a float. Okay, so this is what we call a Singapore float closing. Okay, I just call it a Singapore float. Don't know what to name it really. Singapore float. So what's a Singapore float? Example, you are drowning or if you are going to drown, and then the government throws in measures and what we call a float to save you. Hey, Joel, what's this? What's this?
Let's float, Hey, the float, correct or not, guys?
Hello. Where got float like that one?
No, man, the float in the swimming pool, no, man.
Wow, you really are new.
You see,
new level.
I got support for my unicorn float.
Whoever visualize a float like that. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
You got supporter. So we're gonna give me a new float. It's called the Singapore float. Okay, Singapore float. Why? Even before the market were to react, okay, the government has actually thrown a lot of measures to help local Singaporeans already. They defer our installment until the end of the year. How are we going to sink? Right now, and yesterday, they actually helped developers. What was yesterday's new MAS ruling? They told developers that you guys have a 6 months extension more to sell your development. These are the float that Singapore government is coming up with. The more floats the lesser chance of you going to profit from the panic really, because they are basically saving our asset. Imagine tomorrow, Mr. Client, you buy your stocks and shares, and then a pandemic happened. what do you think the government will do to your stocks and shares and REITs and art and wine? Right? What is the government going to do with it? They're not going to do anything. But we have proven and seen today, when COVID started, before even the market reacts, the government already came out measures, to save what we call homeowners, to save property prices. So that's why, Mr. Client, I have absolutely full confidence in property in Singapore, not overseas. Overseas can drop 50%, 100%, I don't care. I only care about Singapore because these are the policies in place to protect, to protect our prices from falling. Joel, you want to just write protect prices from falling. I must write Singapore float, they will forget. Okay, this is to protect, property prices from falling. Okay, so I don't see any asset, honestly, guys, I don't see any assets that Singapore will try to save, except property. Or they won't save your stocks, they won't save your REITs, they won't save any of all this. They only save property and your jobs, maybe. Okay, so this is something that gives me even more confidence to go in and exercise my option, really. Okay, so this is something that you can actually, look at. Okay, and I think up to here, are you all learning something or not? You're learning how to draw? So if you think Joel is good, can you give Joel a 10? A 10 to show Joel that he's good.
My Singapore flag halfway only.
You talk too fast. The Marina Barrage.
Floating in the sea.
Float, Singapore float. Your safety net, right? The Singapore float. Okay, and I think, talk is cheap, but I think I think I should just 2 days ago, I think we had one young ERA sharing, and I think I want to get this person to actually share a bit of an experience of closing 5 deals during this COVID period. How many deals? 5. Do you want to learn from her? Yes, I don't know whether she's in. I think she's in. Let me just try and find her. Yes, I think she's here. Okay, so do you all want to have this person to come on board to share how she closed 5 deals? Yes or not? Yes, I have. Okay, good. So let me promote this person to a panelist. Give me a second, yeah. I think she's in.
Hello.
Hi, Beatrice.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Good morning.
Yeah. Hi. Morning. So I think Beatrice actually shared that she closed actually 5 deals during this COVID period, and I think we are very proud of her. Can we all give Beatrice a round of applause first? Wow, congrats! 我自己 entertain 自己.
Thank you.
Joel, can we? Joel, can you save the screen and stop sharing first so that we can focus on Beatrice? Yeah, don't need to draw it, enough already. 搞了. Your illustration very nice already. Very
okay, bye.
patron. Okay, so I think thanks for coming on board to share. So I think Beatrice, I first want to congratulate you for closing 5 deals, and I think definitely you have done something right and to achieve these results. Okay, so for those who want to hear, please plug in your earplugs, and really understand how Beatrice actually closed 5 deals. So Beatrice, okay, congratulations. Yes. So you closed 5 deals. So how out of 5 deals, how many was sales or rental?
2 sales and 3 rental itself.
Oh, 2 sales and 3 rental, all during this COVID period.
Yes, in the month of April.
Okay, so was it all closed? I believe all online, yeah? All virtually and online, yeah?
Virtually, yes.
Okay, so maybe you just share with us a little bit of the specifics. Let's dive deeper. Okay, maybe let's talk about one of your sales listings. So maybe what sale do you close?
I closed a Watermark condo. It's a resale listing, a penthouse listing.
Oh, so it's a penthouse resale at Watermark.
Yes.
Okay, so this client, did they seen the place before, or when did they see the place?
Okay, they seen the place in January. However, we lost contact because multiple texts, WhatsApp, phone calls, they won't answer. Yeah.
Oh, so, wow, okay, January, they seen the place and then they didn't reply you, right?
Yes,
So what
correct.
do you do during this period then, or these months?
During this period, I actually follow up. I actually text them multiple times on the property market and such, but there's no answer to them until I told them that I would like to share something on property market. Then suddenly there's a text. They say, "Okay, I'm ready to open to hear you." You know.
Okay, pause. Let's pause here. Let's pause. So you text them, and what do you say that was rejected, and what do you text that was accepted?
Okay, I text them to tell them if they are still interested in this property.
Okay,
And
pause. So Beatrice asked, "Are you still interested in the property?" The client just no response, don't contact you back. So there
Correct.
wasn't any response from that. Then what do you text that has respond?
I asked them if I could share something about the market, on how the market is going on in property.
Okay, so what do you share? Okay, to make them, I don't know, excited, or what do you do?
Okay, I actually share with them on the slides that you conducted on the 5 critical strategy. It's a seminar that you conducted. So I share on the QE, on the American QE, on how the government actually pumps in unlimited QE to the economy itself. So when I start sharing about the examples for China, they told me that they don't believe in communists. So I actually shift on America itself. Yeah.
Okay, so you focus back on QE. So guys, if you don't understand what we're talking about, please rewatch, QE, quantitative easing, and its impact on the market. So you use that to just reach out. Okay, I think it's not just about the knowledge, it's about Beatrice reaching out, using the tools and sales kit to reach out to the client. Did you send like my whole video, like 1 hour for them to see? No, right?
Oh, I didn't. I went to please.
Correct. Hang.
Yeah.
So remember, the objective is to create curiosity, okay? Then they will engage with you. If you're going to send them the whole 1 hour, it defeats the purpose. If you send them the whole slide, it also defeats the purpose. You only send like 1 page, right?
About 3 slides. About 3 slides.
3 slides, make them interested, then they start to watch.
Yes.
Okay, good. So guys, you must see what Beatrice has been doing right. Okay, so after you send, then what happened then?
I sent them, then they asked me about what do you think about the market after the COVID-19.
So do you use Zoom, or do you use WhatsApp, or you call? Or you attempt?
Just purely WhatsApp text, because she doesn't answer my call for some reason.
Yeah. But never mind. We attempt, but they don't answer, it's okay. So we continue to WhatsApp and text, and then she kind of like got excited again, right?
Yes, correct.
So why did she buy? Why did she buy like this COVID period? What was the main reason?
I went to reaffirm her by saying that for the past history during SARS times, global crisis, on the property market rebounds. So I showed them the chart, and then I'll say that history will continue. So based on statistics, they actually believe it, because it's all about numbers and figures.
Yep. So you see, we relate to the past. During SARS, the property market prices only dropped by 2.3%. See, I memorized it because I do the research, so I got to memorize. Okay, SARS prices only dropped by 2.3%. Okay, this is statistics. These are facts. Okay, this is the past. But if it can give the consumer confidence, why not? Okay, so how much was the property listed? And I don't know, how much was it closed eventually? You can share with them.
The property listed was at 3.57 mil.
Okay, 3.57 million. Wow, that's a big deal. Okay.
And the valuation came out to be 3.3.
3.3. Okay, then the owner want to sell 3.57. Okay.
That is before the COVID price.
After COVID price.
Yeah.
COVID discount.
During COVID price. Not after, during.
During COVID price. So as a buyer agent, I went to negotiate with the seller's agent.
Okay.
On the prices. So he told me that the owner is willing to accept at valuation price 3.3.
Okay.
However, buyer offer at 2.95 mil.
Wow, wait. Asking 3.57 and then client offer 2.9.
2.95.
2.95. Okay, yes. So there's a before COVID, during COVID, and after COVID, guys. You must remember, before, during. So now we're at the during stage. So they offered 2.9 million for a 3.57. So guys, at this present moment, what will be all your natural reaction? You were like, yeah, sell, why you negotiate so much? Guys, this is the wrong way you should do real estate. If they offer 2.9, you should be like Beatrice to what? Embrace it. Of course, set the expectation right, and then still make the offer. So you made the offer at 2.9, right?
Yes,
And what happened after that?
2.95. After that, the owner rejected, and he came down to 3.1.
Oh, 3.1. Okay, so
Yeah.
very near already. From 3.57 to 3.1. So end of the day, how much did you close it at?
3.01.
Wow, 3.1. Congratulations. Wow. Okay, so good. So
Wow.
you see, guys, 3.57 to 3.01. How much percent difference is this? Joel, can you help me mentally calculate?
About 15%.
It's around 15%. Right? Just now we only talk about 10%. Right? So these are how you can, gauge clients' expectations. So 15% off, is it possible? So just now someone asked me, is it realistic for a 10% off? No, we have 15% off. Maybe one day you will see a 20%, but as mentioned, we need a script, we need a way to actually engage the client. So good, so well done. So 3 was the seller surprised, or I don't know, the agent surprised that you closed?
I think I
How do you
was
feel?
surprised.
You were surprised.
Because it's like such a big gap between the valuation price and the offer. But I just told myself to just go for it. At least we try. Like what you say, there's only 2 outcomes, yes and no only.
Yes, only 2 outcomes. Yeah, good, well done. So I think it takes the right mindset to be able to close the deal. But I think at the end of the day, if you rewind, what Beatrice did right was she believed that she can close. That's why she reached out.
Yes.
If you don't believe you can close, you will not reach out. You just sit there at home today, Visak Day, or whatever, just relax. And I think that's not the way. We always have to reach out. So congratulations. I think that's going to be some good money, right?
Yes, thank you.
3 million, Okay, great. Congrats. So what was the other sale that you done?
HDB sale.
Okay, so did the client see it previously?
See it before somewhere in February. But there's a lot of objection because it was a low floor unit, level 3. Yeah.
Then why did they buy during this period?
Initially, they did not want because they also felt that the market price will drop. Because this area is a mature estate. It's somewhere at Jalan Rumah Tinggi. It's somewhere
Rumah Tinggi.
Tiong Bahru, right?
Rumah
Bukit
Tinggi.
Merah, that side.
Bukit Merah.
Tiong Bahru.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what was the I don't know, asking price initially?
Asking
this
price
Rumah
was 630.
Wow, 630,000 HDB. Oh, okay. So you're serving the buyer?
Seller.
Or serving the seller, 630.
Yes.
So then the
1.23 million.
Yeah, not 1.23.
So one champion.
Not that
One champion. So this 630, is it a direct buyer that came or co-broke?
Direct buyer came. Yeah.
So then view the place, then COVID happened, right? Then after that,
happened.
how did you convince, or what happened?
Okay, initially they gave me a low offer also, which is very normal. They gave me a 560. So there's a huge difference.
630 to 560.
560.
Yes.
So
And
10%.
normal agents, no 630. Yeah, 630.
10%.
Yeah, 10%. So normal agent will flip
10%.
out. Agent will flip the,
HDB
flip the
10%.
table. Right, if you are the seller agent, you flip the table and say you sell, right? All this kind of thing come out. But we have to stay composed. Okay, so they offered at 570. Then what happened?
Then I went to offer, but I follow Kevin style. I say, sorry, I reject already. I know it's too low for you. Before I get something.
Advanced technique.
Advanced technique. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Okay.
So
then
I rejected the offer. Then he said, yeah, it's too low. Typically, seller will say it's too low. I can't accept such pricing.
Negotiations, good. Okay.
So
then
he told me that, Beatrice, if you can close at 600, I will just close. Wow. So from 630, he gave me his baseline at 600.
Oh, yeah. So that's how many percent off? 5%.
5%.
Okay, so you close at 600,000. A buyer also willing lah.
No, I didn't close at 600. I closed at 580. 580 because in between there's a lot of ding dong.
Wow, you want to curveball me how many times? So you close at 580, yes, which is like a $50,000 off a 630, which is like approximately 8% off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, this is the market sentiment that people are willing to enter. Okay, between the 2 to 8% discount. Okay, so people are willing to enter the market at this kind of price range. So whether you're talking to the seller, whether you're talking to the buyer, I think this is a good gauge. So wow, congratulations. So how do you feel then? Surprised?
Feel surprised, and then I also felt that because of this COVID-19, right, resale sellers are more open to prices. They are more willing to be more realistic in terms of their pricing.
Yeah, so the COVID actually helped us lah. Don't need to talk so much with the seller, right? Just you want or don't want.
Yeah, it's a risk. It's a risk.
Yeah, so I think well done. So the rest of the closings, were they what rentals? Is it?
Rental, yes.
Any significant issues with the rentals? Was it a Zoom viewing? Was it you do any? I don't know.
No Zoom viewing, just purely sending them photos and videos, and they took up the apartment already.
Wow. Okay, yeah. So I think guys, what you can see is this whole entire process. Where Beatrice, where have you been? You have been at home right now.
Yes.
You can make money or not. Right? Okay, so
everything
guys,
through online platform. Yeah.
Everything is online. We have to get used to it, really, digital is really to shift this whole entire model online. Okay, so I think Beatrice, congratulations again. Is there any other tips you want to share with our, attendees, or if any questions for Beatrice, can we ask, before I let her go? Yeah, anyone want to ask any questions? Yeah. So meanwhile, while waiting, no problem. So Beatrice, any words of advice or tips you have for all our attendees, since they are so good luck today, to listen to all of us. Yeah.
I felt that the mindset is very important. You need to believe that the property market will rebound, because only when you start to believe, then you can pitch to your clients. Because if you yourself don't believe this, right, it's very hard for you to sell your products.
Okay, so belief is of ultimate importance. Okay, so it's our mindset. Okay, so then you will be able to close, right now.
Yes.
Then you're able to close the client. So I think well done. Congratulations, Beatrice. Really thank you for your sharing. So I'm going to wrap up my webinar with everyone already. Okay, so thank you so much. So,
thank you for inviting. Thank you.
There's somebody asked. Wait.
Got two questions.
Yeah, two only. Then we got to return back already.
Yeah, two questions.
Did the two sellers? Which one first?
You go ahead.
Okay. Did the two sellers think to wait for the CB to end and then sell at a higher price? How did you convince them?
Yes, they did. But I went to tell them the recession will be an ongoing thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you just say that recession will be an ongoing thing lah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so which are the 3 slides you sent them?
I sent them the QE slides and also
slides.
about the China market celebrating
the currency exchange. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so any Joel, you spotted anything?
Yeah. No, I think that's about it. We're good.
Okay, good. Yeah. So the rest will leave to the end. Okay, so thank you, Beatrice. Can we all thank Beatrice?
Thank you, Beatrice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll just close your video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think, guys, you heard from Beatrice. It is possible. So of course, the best case scenario is to close the client. Now, for one last tip before I wrap it up. Okay, one last tip only. So, guys, you're able to close the client. Now, what is the last thing that you need to do? Okay, the last. So, what's the last thing you need to do? If you do all this and you still fail to close the client, okay? So if you still fail to close the client, you have to move into the next phase, the last phase. It's called closed or be closed. Okay, so Joel, can you hear me right now? The last stage is close or be closed. So either you close them, right? So if you close them, you go into all your paperwork, your logistics online, which is good, congratulations. If you still cannot close them, then you need to be close to a closing. What do I mean? By doing all this, go through all this effort, go through all these slides, still cannot, you have to secure them to focus to be very near the closing to focus on this particular date called the 2nd of June. Okay, you got to focus to secure for an appointment with them at whatever place you want it, whether is it listing presentation, whether is it a show flat viewing, whether is it a resale viewing. You need to close them, secure them for a 2nd of June appointment. So this is your homework for this whole month. Okay, you're going to have a pent up demand of viewings and appointments to meet up face to face. You know, if really needed, those that are not technological savvy, you will have to have a specific time and place. Okay, really, time and place. This will, end of the day, help you with your closing, because your client say, hey, okay lah, 2nd of June, 11 o'clock can or not? Then what you will tell them? Sorry, 11 o'clock, I have another client.
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me? Joel, can you hear me?
Yes, still haven't stopped yet. Still can hear, but you're using your laptop mic.
Okay, because I think it suddenly went low.
Yeah, can hear.
Give me a second.
Yeah, good.
Okay, you're good.
Can ready? Good idea. Okay.
Yep.
So if they say, hey, can I meet you on the 2nd of June, 11 o'clock? What will you tell them? Oh, sorry, 11 o'clock, I have I have another Zoom client, or I have another client at the show flat. So you have to pack up your schedule for the 2nd of June already. Okay, please go and pack it all up for the 2nd of June, whether is it show flat, whether is it exclusive presentation. So either you close them or you have to be very near a closing. So it's called close or be closed. This one you must remember. If not, all you have done will go to waste. Really. They say, no, I'll think about it. Then go to waste already. Okay, so we're going to focus on the what we call be close to closing. Okay, be close to closing. So Joel, can you help me add be close bracket to closing? Okay, yeah, be close. Yeah, close or be close to closing. Okay, so this is the last technique that I want to share with you guys. So until now, Joel, you have anything for this?
Okay, just a quick one as well. So I mean, it's not how close you can be to this closing. Can even, let's say for new launch, right? You can even boil it down to the choice of unit. So if you can get them all the way down to narrowing down to the based on the floor plans and the show flat or
unit number.
So you go all the way down there. So when by the time the client actually on the 2nd of June, when he reaches the sales gallery,
is there already.
It's quite one. It's just so that he feels shocked only. So he see already, then he on the spot just take check only. Then
the check will be there.
It has to be go down to that close, the kind of, you can go all the way to that kind of closure. So close until just short of the check only.
Okay, so be very, very focused, guys. I know everyone is at home. The environment may be very, I don't know, it's either a very rowdy environment because now it's going to be school holidays, or maybe is it a very quiet environment? We are not sure, but you have to do some ways to understand that the environment will affect you. Okay, so this training is for you guys to understand there will be a lot of people staying focused to close deal on the 2nd of June. So please, be very alert and aware. Clients are waiting for you to reach out. So please go and reach out to them. Okay, so I'm going to summarize what we have learned today, okay, about how we can do closings. Okay, so guys, remember, okay, first our income chain, from our prospecting to our presentation to our marketing and then our negotiations. At all levels, we have to do closing at all levels, not just ultimately close, okay? All levels. So the first close is to first close for your presentation. Okay, go and close for your presentation, meet them, shortlist with them, financial calculation, qualify them, whatever you want to call it, you will have to close for the presentation. That's your first initial small little closing, or whether is it exclusive, okay? Second close, you got to close them for a virtual tour together, not send them the virtual tour link. Okay, it's a virtual tour together with your videos, virtual tour or photos. Attempt, okay, for a Zoom, walkthrough, attempt. They don't want it's okay, but we have to attempt, okay? So this is the second close. The third close, okay, you have to close at the profit from the panic. That particular slide that I've drawn, for those who have taken pictures, well done, So that particular slide is called close for the profit from the panic. You have to close their emotions that, hey, now it's around 2 to 8% range. 10% is the max. You got to close this mindset first. If not, they will tell you they want 30%, 100%, 200% off. I also don't know where they come from. Okay, so close that mindset. Number 4, you got to close for the Singapore float, like what Joel draw the swan. The Singapore float. You have to close their mindset that, Mr. Client, it is only Singapore property that gets the float. No other asset class, gold don't get the float, stocks and shares don't get the float. Okay, only real estate Singapore. So you have to close them with the what we call the Singapore float. And lastly, for yourself, you have to close them or be closed to a closing. Staying very focused on the 2nd of June. I'm very, very specific here. Okay, whether the circuit breaker extend or not, good luck. I don't know. If it's extended, you look at it, it can be another opportunity. If it's not extended, 2nd of June, again, there'll be another pent-up demand. Okay, so close or be closed. So these are the 5 things that you guys need to remember. Up to now, okay, I think anyone got any question? Okay, really related to this lah, okay? So related to real estate. Okay, how to tackle tech savvy, all this, you all have to go and talk to a client. Okay, if they are really not tech savvy, a phone call will do. Okay, whatever. So at the end of the day, you must understand this is the way to actually close. Okay, so Jane Lee, this one no need to ask already, right? No, can share with us this one. It's business times. Okay, that one we will send it to you. Okay, up to here. Anyone got any question? Okay, if not, Joel, thanks for your illustration today. I'm hands-free. Can we all first give Joel a thumbs up? I don't know, or 10. Can you put 10 or not? Because I mean, he's drawing all these. Wow. I'm just talking and talking and talking. He's the one doing all the drawing. And
I'm doing slides. I'm the one doing slides on the fly for all of you. You all take picture, please.
Let me share with you behind the scenes. I think in preparation for this, you may think it's we draw from thin air, but Joel went through all these drawings at least 5 times behind the scenes. Okay, 5 times hear me talk and then write like that. Even the float also like that. Okay, so behind the scenes there is hard work. Okay, it's not just we write for fun. Okay, we have already framed up this training before we even launch. Okay, so this really thank you, Joel. So and also I want to thank all of you for all your attendance and your today I know it's public holiday, but I see we also want to give you all the best lah. Okay, we really want to give you as much knowledge, confidence, skill, whatever you want to call it, to give you awareness of what's happening. Okay, so I really thank you for it. Kevin, anything? Because my side, I end already.
Thank you. All right. Thanks a lot. I think end day, there will always be argument. Right? Wow, you sure man can get 10% man? Hey, you sure man? My seller will scold me. Hey, wow, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noises going on. It's true. It's not for everyone. For example, now when you see today we try to train you guys differently. If you notice, we train you guys differently. So likewise, you are also going out to talk to your client differently. Why? Because the platform is different. Few months back, we will probably meet in the training room and then, but now because we are forced, we are on this platform, we can't use the same way to train you. So how can you use the same way to talk to your client? But the thing is, you guys must be able to put into practice. There will be people like Beatrice's client who is being convinced. So now, if you review back, being online operation ready is so important. And if by now you still don't get it, content creation is utmost important now, not only for agent. As long as you're in business, those who can get their manual up on online get business, right? Those F&B who couldn't get online, couldn't get the business, right? Even your founders bakute, within a few days from down to up is online. A lot of things. You got what I mean? So it's how fast you can react. My favorite steak is Morton's. First week of close lockdown, I call my usual manager. Hey, can deliver or not? Hey, sorry, bro, we are closed until reopen. Because they got money, they decide to don't play the game, they close. 2 weeks later, they text me, oh, we got ourselves up on the internet already. We can delivery already. So you see, it's okay to make a wrong decision, but it's how you want to rebound back. So if you by now, you don't accept the fact that content creation is important, you still don't post up content on social media, you still prefer to read than to post. So you must really come to a point. Content creation is very important. What is your standpoint as a marketer? What is your standpoint? You see, today, somehow I realized, oh, you listen to Alex like consumer, no? Like consumer. For a period, you all forgot your agent, no? So, possible. So, if you guys want to go on to be hosting this kind of things with your customers, you have to go through a few rounds. Okay, so today is a very different training that we really want to bring to you. Hope you can see. And from this training end day, we are trying to really teach you how to do it. How to do it. If you realize one thing, how to do it. Exactly, we are doing it like that with you is how you do it, right? So I think, I hope everyone benefited. Thank you very
so
much.
if you have benefited, just remember, today is a session to bring all our offline work online. We have shown you the whole income chain. You can bring it online every single step, so I don't think there's any friction. So that's why I call it the zero distance. And for those who have learned something, please give us some encouragement. Kevin, myself, Joel, you can just put on Facebook what was your takeaway in this session, okay? There must be a takeaway to encourage others, okay? So do your own social media posts to tell your customers that, hey, I'm online, So it's always 借题发挥 right now. You have to leverage on what you've learned, put it online, give your own thoughts, and then, yes, I think you will get more business. Yeah, I think with that, thank you so much.